Hello everyone, my name is Ola Yasmin and my student number is 2023-32081. Today I would like to walk you through the step and result of my practicum project. In this project I use dataset called processed microplastic, which contains various food consumption data like milk, grains, meat, fruit, as well as the total amount of the microplastic in each country. The goal of this project was to group or cluster countries that have similar consumption patterns and microplastic level. For that, I use Kalman algorithm, which is one of the most popular clustering methods in machine learning. Now let me explain each step I follow in my Jupyter notebook, including the result I got. So first, I import all the necessary Python library. I use pandas to handle the dataset, matplotlib, and seaborn for visualization, and scikit-learn from building and evaluating the K-means model. So like import pandas SPD, import matplotlib, pyplot as PLT from Skylin cluster, Skylin preprocessing, Skylin model selection, Skylin matrix, and import seaborn. And after loading the dataset, I check the first few rows. The data include numerical value for different food category like yogurt, cheese, fish, vegetables, and final column called total UG per kilogram, which show the microplastic level. And for the step 2, before building the model, I cleaned and prepared the data. I dropped non-numerical columns like year and country because Kalman only works with numbers. Then I normalized the data using standard scalar to make sure every feature had the same importance. This is necessary because without scaling, features with larger range would dominate the clustering process. I used df clean, df drop column, year, and country. And then scalar, standard scalar, scalar data, scalar fit, transform df clean. This made all the features have a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1, which helps Kalman calculate distance more fairly. Next, I split the scaled dataset into training and testing data using train test split. I use 80% for training and 20% for testing. I use xtrain, xtest, train test split, scaled data, test size 0.2, random state 42, and the training set what used to build the K-means model, and the test set what used to evaluate the clustering performance on unseen data. And for this step 4, I finding the optimal number of cluster using elbow method. K-means need us to choose the number of cluster beforehand. To find the best number, I use the elbow method, which plot how the WCSS or within cluster sum of squares change as the number of cluster increase. So I use for K in range 1, 11, K-means cluster, random state 42, K-means fit, xtrain, WCSS append, and in the result plot, we can see a sharp drop in WCSS between 1 to 3 cluster. After 3, the curve flattens this elbow point at key 3, tells us that 3 cluster is the best choice because adding more cluster after that doesn't reduce the error significantly. And for the step 5, I building the K-means model. Once I decide to use 3 cluster, I train the K-means model using the training data. K-means cluster 3, random set 42, K-means fit, xtrain. This step find 3 centroids and assign each data point in the training set to the nearest cluster. And for the step 6, I predicting and evaluating cluster. After the model was trained, I predicted the cluster for each point in the test set and calculate the silhouette score to measure the quality of clustering. I got silhouette score of 0.46. This is a decent score and shows the clustering was moderately good data points. We're fairly close to their cluster center and not to mix it between cluster. And for the step last or 7, visualizing the cluster with PCA. Because the dataset has many features, I use PCA or principal component analysis to reduce the dimension to just 2 so I could visualize the clustering result in 2D plot. I use Skylin decomposition import PCA and components to extract PCA fits transform, and blah blah blah. And the results show 3 clearly separated clusters in different colors. This tells us that countries in the dataset were grouped successfully based on their food and microplastic data. For example, countries with high grain and fish consumption might end in one group, while others with low value might be in another. To warm it up, in this project, I use K-means clustering to find groups in a food and microplastic data. I prepared the data, normalized it, and found the optimal number of clusters using the elbow method, trained a model with 3 clusters, and evaluate the result using the silhouette score. The final visualization using PCA confirmed that the clusters were well formed and separated. This practicum helped me understand how unsupervised learning works, and clustering can be used to find patterns in data that don't have labels. Thank you so much.